Yo, yo, yo! Welcome to Cloudy Thoughts, the late night cloud gaming podcast. I'm your host, LoFi Monk. If you're listening to the podcast, we stream live on YouTube every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you'd like to join the audience, and you can now watch or listen to Cloudy Thoughts on Spotify. The morning show replays will now be on podcast only for replays. Pretty much the only place you're going to be able to watch the morning show after the live broadcast is going to be on Spotify. So be sure to check us out and follow us on Spotify. Give us the 5 stars. And, that really helps support us. And if you'd like to listen to the podcast, you can find us on Anchor, of course, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music. Links are in the description. This week on my channel, I did some first looks. I didn't get to do all the gaming I wanted to do. There was a lot going on. I was changing around some things with my internet, doing things like that. Just a lot going on behind the scenes over here. But I did get to try out that click to play trial of Outbreak. That was kind of cool. Neat. It's an interesting idea. I'd like to see more developers kind of play with that. But yeah, man, let's bring out my co-host for the night, Mr. Allreadyexist. What up, G? How you doing?
What's going on, guys? Things are good. I got all ready for this podcast. I took a shower and everything.
Oh, squeaky clean.
Yeah. I'm all prepared now. Things are good, man.
Yeah. You've been showing me some stuff behind the scenes. You're working on some new graphics and things like that for your shows.
Prepared, man. Some things are going to come up very soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Coming out swinging.
Yep. Once I get back in the swing of things, a lot of things are going to change. It's going to be a step in quality, I would say. So
yeah, for sure, man. Well, thanks for joining us and helping me co-host the show tonight. Other things we need to talk about before we bring out our guest is the community championship. You can check out stadiadosage.com. They have a community championship going on right now, and the grand prize is $500. Runner-up gets $250. There's still time to join and compete. They're in week 3, and the current challenge for this week is create a Ninja Warrior. And this challenge actually happens to have a side challenge where you can win a quick $50. So pretty awesome. You guys need to check out stadiadosage.com. Shout out to all those guys, Squids, MM2K, Jack the Slip, and all the people that write and do content over there. Petter, shout out to you, man. Awesome guy. Shout out to the guys in chat. David Wilson, what's up? Sanchez, how you doing? Oh, we got Simpleton in the building. What's up, bro? Tonight we have an awesome but unexpected guest. Let me go ahead and bring him out, Mr. Jeff Gignac. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Oh, hello, limited gamer. This is going to be adequate.
This is going to be adequate?
It's going to be adequate.
I feel correct. Like that's a good description of what's going to happen here.
This is gonna be just adequate. That's it.
I like that.
That is it.
Jeff,
I am the limited gamer.
That's your new shirt, bro. That's your new shirt.
I got a lot of new merch coming.
I'm excited, bro.
Not really. Anyone who creates merch are just losers. Anyways.
Well, let's talk about Jeff. Those of you who don't know Jeff, and I don't know how you wouldn't know Jeff if you're in my audience.
Everybody knows me.
Everybody should know you, but let's get to know each other a little better here. I'm probably gonna ask some questions you've answered before on shows, but let's just I'd like to know, and I know this sounds like a cheesy question, but seriously, I'd really like to know what was the first, what got you to video gaming? What was the thing that caught your eye that pulled you in when you first started gaming?
My brother is 13 years older than me. So, when so Allreadyexist probably knows where Hamilton is because that's where I live now, but that's where I grew up. And when he was in high school, he was going down to McMaster University and he was working on their mainframe, specifically the Cray supercomputer and the VAX 9000s. And I would have been 4 or 5. And of course, in the summer, he was down doing stuff at McMaster. He had to watch me, so he took me with him. So it was probably 74, 75. I started playing a lot of the text-based games on the mainframes. They were text-based. There was also some very primitive Pong-like type things in the mainframe world. So
it'd be like one of those games where it would say you stumbled upon an ogre. Do you A, run away? B?
They got better as the late 70s got on. So Zork was probably the biggest and the most famous of those text-based games.
Right on.
And which is still one of my favorite. And I like those text-based games. And I often will say, the greatest video card is your brain. So I've always been, I like those kind of games. I still play these puzzle games on different platforms. I like those where you have to kind of think because nobody thinks anymore. So anywhere and you just put on social media and there's all these stupid. I was to this day old when I learned, and I'm like, are you stupid? Are you like really a moron? Oh my God, really? I wouldn't even post that, and I will often comment and go, "Are you a moron?" But anyway, and I troll people in real life too. I will call it out in real life too. So shout out to people who think I'm just a troll online. No, I troll in real life. But yeah,
he's a professional.
And around the same time, 75 is when I started got into sports too.
Right.
I think I watched my first Super Bowl. I would think it was in 1975. Yep.
I got
you. Had the Zork books. You say yes, you go to page 73. If you say no, to go to page 80. And they had all sorts of various, 10, 12 different endings, all sorts of fun things. So shout out to Simpleton.
Yeah, those old. Games were huge back then.
So I'm old. This is how old I am. I saw the original Star Wars in the theater.
Oh, awesome.
1977.
How was that? How was that?
Of course, it was awesome.
Did you like it? Yeah.
Of course.
So
I was, 6 years old.
From text-based games, how did you end up over here in cloud gaming?
Well, I'm just a total nerd. So we had the Trash 80, we had this Timex Sinclair 1000, I had a PET, VIC-20, Commodore. If I could go back and tell a younger self to keep all those things, and they may actually still be in my mother's attic. I really don't even know what the hell's up there. So someday I'm going to have, and I can't fit up in her attic anymore because I'm.
So you built a lot of computers.
No, I didn't build any. You don't build 64. You don't build Commodore PETs.
Well, not a Commodore, no.
No, I've never built a computer in my life.
Oh, really?
Never have, never will. So I had all those types of computers, and then I had all the Ataris and the SNESs, and I had them all. Because when video games, and I also had all those little handhelds. You probably don't remember them, and I could pull up a picture. But the little football games, So again, in the 70s, we would go visit family, and then I would have these little handheld football games, and I would play those on the 2 or 3 hour car ride.
I remember having a handheld Tecmo Bowl.
So there you go. So I had a lot of those. So you name it, I've had it. And when all when all the stuff started coming out in the 90s, I had a job. So I started working in 1992. So I had a job, I had money, and so I bought video games, and because I was a nerd. And I had I don't know if I still have it. It probably got lost in the move. But I had and I may have tweeted it out. Maybe if I dig through my tweets, I can find it. I found the invoice for the first ever, not the first ever, but one of the internet providers I had in, I forget what year it was. Must have been at my apartment, so it must have been in 92. And I paid extra, so I had 3 hours a day.
Oh, wow. So you had 3 hours a day.
I paid extra, so I had 3 hours a day of the internet. And
you're talking like literal, like
3 hours.
dial, take the phone off the receiver.
No, we had 14.4 and 28.8 baud modems at that point.
Gotcha.
We had the acoustic coupler, which is what you're referring to, at my parents' house in the 80s, and that's where I started. I did a lot of bulletin boards. It wasn't until I went to college in 89 that I set up, because I had a little basement apartment that I was renting, and I got a separate phone line in there, and so I was running my own bulletin board.
Awesome.
My own bulletin board, and we used to have games available. And
you're referring to like a BBS, right?
I am referring to a bulletin board system, a BBS. Yes.
Yeah.
And we used to have games, and we would get the games within hours of their release and have them available and download. And if the game was like 2 or 3 days old, we deleted it. It's like, that's 3 days old. We don't want it anymore. So
yeah,
that's where my fascination, that's where when I want things instant started, was back in the late 80s, because I would get games like same day they released. We would get them and then upload them onto the thing, or somebody would get it, we would download it, and then we put it on our bulletin board system for our other friends to download. And same day. If it was like 2 or 3 days old, that's an old game. We don't want it.
Right. Yeah, I remember that's how I found out about Doom as a kid, was through a BBS. Because I'd go to school and you talk about computers, and nobody had a computer. Nobody even knew what Doom was. They were like, "What?"
Yep. Yeah. When I was at Hull, or was it Shadok? It was in grade 7. I wrote a database program for checking out library books. So
nice.
You would go and you would, so we inputted into a database. I don't remember what it was. We inputted all the students and all the teachers and everything into a database. And
do you remember what language it was?
I don't. I wish I did. And I don't remember. No, it was probably DB1, probably database 1. Probably something like that. Might have been FileMaker. It might have been. I just don't remember. And so when you went, so you took the library book out, and then they scanned it in there, and then we would run reports, so that the school hated me, because then the teachers would get the report with the kid with the overdue library book. And so of course they knew I wrote it, so they all got mad at me. So, yeah. So there you go. I've been doing this a long time. I've been having hate on me since the 80s for shit that I do. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's how you know when you're doing something right sometimes.
So, yeah, and then just, gaming along. Eventually I got the PlayStation 1 eventually, and I have the Sega Genesis. I reclaimed a Sega Genesis, so I have that in the collection, as you guys all know. I got my PlayStation 1. That's where I got into the Oddworld and Dukes of the World, and my love for those current games, which you now guys call retro. But
did you have an experience with cloud gaming before Stadia?
Well, technically, yes, because the mainframe stuff that I played on back in the 70s was all, it wasn't local. There was no computer. The BBSs, you could consider that in the cloud, because what is the cloud? It is just on a server somewhere. And that's all a bulletin board is, right? So, yeah, in the 70s and 80s, I was gaming in bulletin boards. That's the cloud. And then Bill came up and said, I'm going to Bill Gates, that is, put a computer in every house, and then everything switched local. and then everything is switching back again. So back in the 70s, everything was in mainframes. Everybody connected just like you do now to a host computer. So everything has come back again, and in probably 10 years or 15 years, it'll revert back to everything being local again. And then in 15, 20 years, it'll revert back to the cloud. So
well,
yeah,
Jeff,
so I would consider BBSs and the stuff I did in the 70s cloud gaming.
well,
Because it wasn't on my computer, right? I was not.
Right.
The computer I was on, the game was not on. It was on another computer
on a separate network somewhere else.
somewhere in the world. I may or may not have known where it was, and that was cloud gaming. Would you not agree? Already exists.
I agree. That's really neat, actually. I didn't even know like that technology existed back then, to be honest. And that's not like a slight on you or anything like that, but it's just really interesting that the technology that we're dealing with now has technically been around forever, right? So that's really neat information. That's really cool, man.
Yeah, instead of putting in a web address, you just had to know the phone number to the computer you were calling.
Pretty much.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Jeff, you might know this game, and it's been on my mind for quite a bit, and I can't seem to remember what the title is. But it's one of those like typing game where you sort of ask questions, or not ask questions. You like put in like, I walk to the next door, or you like, and there's this part in the game where this guy like walks through and it's like, skinny man walks past you. What do you do to the skinny man? And then if you kill him, you get put into this like dungeon that's made out of glass. Mm-hmm. Would you happen to know what the name of that game is?
No, but there were tons. Yeah, that's way too vague. No. There were tons of games like that because again, we didn't have graphic cards.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
When you're playing on a BBS, that's all you've got is text based, right? In the 80s, so those were the games we played. And I think Rock is probably like me. We used to get the magazines, and it would have the pages and pages of code, and then we'd sit there and we would type it all in, and then play the game.
Yeah. I remember playing those games and going directly from that to getting a Nintendo and Dragon Quest and being like, whoa, this is like the exact same thing, but like visual, it was mind blowing to me as a kid.
Yep.
Oh, I bet it would be to me as well.
Yeah, but I love those. Yeah,
to, like, watching a movie.
We talk about that on Retro Rewind all the time. Those are all my favorite games.
Mm-hmm.
And I've often thought about. Of course, you guys know I'm not an emulator kind of guy. I'm a console hard, and emulators have not everybody can have consoles. And if you want to emulate the games, go for it. Because it's, PyPacker is a great, jam dot, what are they called? Jam.gg now. They do great job. They provide a great service for people who can't, but I'm a purist. I want my consoles. But I've often thought that maybe on a Retro Friday night, I might crack out a Zork. I might crack one of those out one of these days.
Well, Jeff, there's no right or wrong answer to this. Okay.
Yes, there is.
What do you consider retro?
And ask me that. That's my question. That is my question on Retro Rewind every other Sunday with SPG Ray and Miss Tracy.
I've heard it. I've heard you ask it so many times. I've wanted to know, what do you consider retro?
Does PS3 count?
That is the ultimate question. I've asked that on my channel many times on my Retro Friday nights, whether or not PlayStation 3 is retro, and there are people there. It's interesting. The common answer is HDMI is the dividing line. So if you have HDMI, it's not retro. If it doesn't have HDMI, it's retro. So that tends to be, and then other people will say,
I can understand that because it's technology that's currently in use.
Correct. Other people will say, can you buy the game new? Can you go to the store and can you buy a brand new PlayStation 3 game? No, then it's retro. So there's various, there are various answers to that question, again, depending on what you are. To guys like David Wilson, PlayStation 4 is retro because, he's 22.
Yeah, I think for some people, retro is a feeling.
Sometimes it's a feeling. Brings back that nostalgia from when you were a kid in the 2000s. I know William SPG was on Purple's show, and it was cute to listen to them talk about, when they were young watching shows in color. It's like, oh, you guys had color when you were kids? Huh. Must be nice.
So,
There you go.
what brought you to creating content?
I've been doing it for a while, just not seriously. And so I think the first few videos was when I was on the TV show, but I just never had the time. I never had the I never had, not the techno. I never had the software. I just never got around to it. And then I started, I was for years I was knee deep in the Madden community. As you guys know, I was, back in the 10s to 19. I was real knee deep in the Madden community. So when you hear me say things toward EA, it's because I was knee deep in that. I'm knee deep in the Stadia community now. I was deeper in the Madden community. So, and yeah. When I hear people say, "Oh, I can," and I'm not going to mention names, and I almost threw Purple under the bus today, but I decided against it. But when I hear people on shows going, "Oh, I'm in the top 100, and I can do this, and I can do this," and I think it's very cute. And when I see people online and they're like, "Oh yeah, I have a 99 team and I can beat you and I can," and I'm like, "You're full of shit," because I know the game is broken and I know which place you can't stop. And I even said to Purple one day, I said, I can tell you, I can coach you, and you will kick that person's ass. You will kick it all over the field, and he'll run home crying to his mommy. And then she said, "No, we better not. He'll get mad at me." And I went, "Okay." And I let it drop, which is why I did not throw her under the bus. So, so people, and Ray will go. Well, Ray will just say I'm trolling. Shout out to Ray. I hope he feels better. He's got the COVID, so hopefully.
Yeah, shout out to Ray. Feel better, man.
Ray will just say I'm trolling, but he knows the game is broken. And you know what? Shout out to all you Stadians that are running out and wasting your money on FIFA. Great, go for it. It's got the same problem. And, even Rock, when he was reading the description of it, it's like, "Oh, look, we've added 3,000 new animations." Stop reading at that point. The game is the game is not realistic. EA cannot make a game. Any game that you name me a game they make that isn't broken, I will wait. Don't say Star Wars. I say a game they make. They publish Star Wars.
Right.
They publish
It's a tough one to do, to be honest. A lot of games come broken, if we're being completely honest, right?
Right. So, and so anyways, I can say that because I was knee deep in the Madden community, and, shout out to these guys who go on shows and they say how great Madden is. And then I say, "Great, come on a show with me and I will bring the professionals who earned a living off Madden, who quit because the game is broken. I'll bring them on, and then you can, and we'll all laugh at you." So, and I challenged them. One guy said, "I'll play you, I'll do whatever you want." And I said, "Give me the worst team you got." And I kicked his ass. He eventually rage quit and got all mad at me, and he sent me all these hate DMs and all this other stuff. And I'm like, "What, bro?" He goes, "You weren't playing fair." I said, "What do you mean, sir?" He goes, "You can't put a linebacker at quarterback." "Why not? The game let me. You ran the same play. Then why didn't you stop me?" "Well, because the game's broken."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So anyways, I was knee deep until I got frustrated, and now and then I'm a Google fanboy. I will openly admit that. I have the new house will be completely controlled, with one minor exception, by Google. There is one part of the house that will not be controlled by Google, but the rest of the house should be controlled by Google.
Nice.
The only part that is not will be the door locks. Because my son is afraid that if the internet goes down, he'll be locked in the house and can't get out.
Gotcha.
So
break the window.
The door lock is the only thing that will not be controlled. The other house my other house was mostly controlled by Google. When we had to get a new DSL wire because we had 2 internets at the house, and the one that controlled all the Google stuff, they had to replace the wire. A rodent ate the wire or something, so so it was down for like 3 days. He didn't know how to turn off the lights in the basement. And I'm like, there's a little knob on the. He goes, and of course I had all the motion detectors and I had all the stuff. So when I pulled in the driveway, the lights would turn on. So they always
that's cool.
they always knew when I got home because the lights would come on. They're like, "Oh, Dad's home."
That's cool.
Or if I needed help, then I would Google from my car. I would send a message and then it would announce for the house that I need help. So they would come outside to help me. Because if I'm bringing home crap for them, I need help bringing stuff in the house. So then Google announces I'm home and come get your asses outside to help me. And if they don't, I'll leave it in the car. They're like, "Where's our food?" "In the car. You didn't come help me."
That'll show them.
They learn really quickly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Allreadyexist knows. You got kids, right?
I got the one. Yeah, he's only 3, so that
He's
stuff
what?
doesn't work on him.
He's 23.
No, he's 3. He's only 3.
Oh.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, hurt your wife putting him to bed. He's 23. Okay.
Yeah, that would be weird. But no, yeah,
So,
that stuff
you know
doesn't
what
work on him.
So you know what you should try
Yeah.
is when my kids were that age, I told them that when the ice cream truck plays the music, it's out of ice cream.
That's how you know they're out.
That's how you know they're out because they're playing the music.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Now that will come back to bite you in the ass because they will find out the truth and they will be angry.
But it'll work for a while.
But it'll work for a while.
Right.
So I did that to my kids. So fast forward.
That's awesome.
Fast forward. Let's call it 10 or 11 years. I do a lot of. I used to, anyways, at the old house. I do it. We did a lot of community stuff. So in high school, you have to do 40 hours of community service in order to graduate high school. You know this already exists, right? And so my son was volunteering with me at an event. And we had a lot of work to do in the morning. We had a lot of work to do in the evening after the event. But during the day, there was nothing to do. So him and I were just sitting on a golf cart. And we're just kind of sitting there, and we've got our feet up. We're just kind of relaxing. He goes, "Oh, look, there's an ice cream truck. It's not playing its music. That means it has ice cream. I'll be right back." And off he goes, and he comes back with an ice cream cone. He goes, "Well, you said if it's not playing its music, it has ice cream." So, 11 years later, he threw it back in my face. So, these are all things that you have to be prepared for.
He got you.
He did. But it was like, all right, cool. He got me. Yep.
At least you can admit it. Right.
At least I can admit it. I also want to promote something.
Yeah, go ahead.
What
are we looking at?
This is a box.
But what is it?
There is something in this
Oh,
box.
okay.
There is something in this box. There is
What could it be?
If you're a member of the JMG gaming community on Twitter, you would have seen a picture of this. There is a series coming. I'm going to flash this quickly. See if anybody knows. Don't do that again.
Well,
Whoa,
If you
what
zoom
is
in on that, you can see what it is. I also got stickers.
Looks like a Sharpie.
I also got stickers. Again, if you zoom in, maybe you can see. But there is a YouTube series I'm going to make around this box. And let's just
intriguing.
just say, once I buy the butane, I'm going to be doing some sketchy stuff.
Oh.
All right, can't wait.
Even more intrigued now that it involves flammables.
Right.
These are not flammable. These are not flammable. What this is, but there is a whole YouTube series coming of what I did last week. My son and I went on a road trip. If you follow me on the Twitter, you may have seen the pictures.
Okay.
I went to Kitchener. I'm going to tell Allreadyexist. He'll probably figure it out. I went to Kitchener. That's the
No
big
clue.
hint. That is
No
the big
idea.
hint.
Damn.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna go to your Twitter.
There's a zillion tweets. You may or may not find the picture that I tweeted out to some people. I think I sent it to. Oh, PurpleHaze is in the chat. I was just saying I almost threw you under the bus today, Purple, but I decided against it. Oh, look who it is!
Look who we got.
The man, the myth, the man. He's only 32 minutes late.
Yeah, so apologize for that.
No, what's
Hey.
up, dude? How are you doing? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm just a little bit late. I apologize, because I just got back. Cause yeah, as you know, LoFi Monk, I just got back from Texas and all that. So
Oh, that's what's up, bro.
I had to
How
set
was your
everything
trip?
back up. It was good. It was job thing situation.
Ah, I got you.
What channel is this on? On what page? What channel is this on YouTube? Because I'm trying to look for it.
It's on it's on my LoFi Monk channel.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yeah.
Check it right now.
Purple, it had to do with Madden. It had to do with our Madden
Yeah, got it.
conversation, Madden.
Yeah.
Had to do
He
with
was
our
discussed
Madden
training you.
conversation. I was gonna train you to know how to beat the game.
Well, you came just in time, Chariot Man. We're about to get into
Yeah.
the news. And I can go ahead and ask you and Jeff this question.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start with Jeff. What if for someone who's never heard of cloud gaming, doesn't know what cloud gaming is, how would you explain cloud gaming?
Oh, I explain this all the time. My son and I went to the drive-in last Sunday night. It was a long weekend here, and we got there early, and it was still like this out. So I brought my laptop, and I was playing some Stadia games, and some kids came by, and they said, "Are you gaming on your laptop?" And I said, "I am." And he said, "Are you using Steam? A game on Steam?" And I said, "No." I said, "I'm using a service you've never heard of." He goes, "What's that?" And I said, "Google Stadia." They're like, "I've never heard of it. What is it?" And I said, "It's a cloud gaming platform." And they're like, "What's that?" And I said, "It's not. You play it. Servers." I said, "It's Google." I said, "Use Gmail. Where is the Gmail servers? You don't log into your computer and you don't have it local. It's out in the world somewhere." So that is exactly what this is. So I am playing in the cloud. There's servers somewhere in the world. That's where this game lives. It's not local, and I'm playing. Yeah. And then his friend says, "Oh yeah, I've heard of that. It sucks. It's so laggy." And I said, "You're 100% right. Just watch." And I was playing Centipede, and I said, "When you see the lag, will you tell me?" And I'm just playing Centipede back and forth. And they're like, "Well, where's the lag?" He goes, "Well, how are you doing this?" I said, "Over my 5G, my Rogers connection." This is Rogers actually worked that day, Allreadyexist. And they're like, "You're playing this over your Wi-Fi or your cell connection?" Yep. He goes, "But there's no lag." I said, "Okay. But you said there was." So, okay. I said, "It's on the Google, sir." I said, "When you check when you're Googling, when you're searching," I said, "Is there lag?" "Well, no." "Okay." I said, "So it's just like your Gmail. It's up in the world somewhere. Do you know where their servers are? Do you know that they're in Utah?" "They are?"
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's sitting in the world somewhere. Do you know or care? "Nope." "And I can game. I'm gaming." I said, "Oh," he goes, "Oh, I use PlayStation." I said, "Are you gaming here?" "Oh no, my console's at home." "Oh, that's too bad." I troll people in real life, CMG. I just don't troll people online. I troll them in real life. I said, "Well, why aren't you playing? Why don't you bring your..."
Me? Yeah.
I said, I brought my controller with me. This is my console. Why don't you? "Oh, you're stuck to an actual box that you have." Oh,
yeah, right. You're still doing it the old way? Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. This
So-
stuff, it's all laggy.
What does cloud gaming mean to you, Jeff?
Well, remember, CMG, you missed the beginning when I started explaining about in the 70s.
Okay.
This is cloud gaming is not new. You're I think you're older than these guys, so you probably remember BBS's bulletin board systems.
With me?
Yeah, you.
Not really. I know about
well,
the Atari. I know about the Atari bulletin board systems. I don't know. I have to look at it. Then I might remember.
You don't remember bullet? So, all right. Well, never mind then. So back in the 70s and 80s, we had bulletin board systems where you would take your computer, you would dial into your internet, and then you would connect to a bulletin board, and it had games and it had chats. That was cloud. That was the first cloud gaming, was on bulletin board systems back in the 80s. So cloud, if you think cloud gaming is new,
That's interesting. Huh?
it's not. Right? We were, we had bulletin board systems. We were connecting. We had chat. I started my first games I played was in like the mid 70s on the mainframe computers at McMaster University. Long story, you have to go back to watch the beginning of the show. I explained, I'm not doing it again. So cloud gaming is not new. If you think cloud gaming is new, it's not.
So, what does cloud gaming mean to you, Chariot Man?
What cloud gaming means to me? Cloud gaming means to me is like it's a world of possibilities. The possibilities are endless with cloud gaming because you can game anywhere. Like literally, I went on a trip. I know. Geek the Sneak talk about he hit you. I was only there for a few days, so I didn't really was in the area that he's at. But I had my tablet with me, and I was able to tap in the state, and I was all the way in Texas, all the way in another state, same account and everything. And I just want to check it out. It's a world of possibilities. You could game anywhere without a console, without nothing, without no type of hardware. You can just take a controller, any controller you want, and play games. It just means it's limitless. Mm-hmm. It's sky's the limit with cloud gaming. It's just limitless to me. That's what cloud gaming means to me.
Correct.
That's
I was playing at the drive-in. I brought my laptop because I'm old. And yes, I had this. I could have used my screen, but I'm old. I wanted the bigger screen. So I brought my laptop with me. I had it with me anyway. So I was using my laptop only because I just wanted the bigger screen. That is all. But I was gaming literally from the drive-in. There's a picture of me gaming, I tweeted it out from the drive-in.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do is just start up a game of like Doom Eternal on my 5G on my phone and see what people say.
Like I said, this one kid said it's all laggy. He heard it was all laggy. And I said, yeah, can't you see the lag?
Man, so
right,
Chariot Man,
Lewis, this is going to be adequate. Adequate show, buddy. This is adequate.
Yeah.
So you were a little late, so we missed the interview part with you. So we're gonna have to have you come back on the show so we can get that whole interview with you. But we're gonna go ahead. Everybody in the chat, everybody in the community knows who you are. They shouldn't. If they don't, they need to go to your channel and check you out. But we're gonna go ahead and move into news. We're gonna move into let's talk about some opinion and things like that.
I just want to say you gotta watch his rants. They are.
His
awesome.
Rants are awesome.
They are awesome.
Just throw that shit in the bearing seat. That's my favorite.
And you missed it, but stay tuned to know what's in this box.
Yeah. I'm curious. I'll be looking for that.
It involves fire.
What's in there?
It involves butane.
What's in that box?
It involves butane. It does. So I have to go to shout out to William. I have to go to Canadian Tire, and I have to buy. So shout out to Canadian Tire. I have to go and buy. Butane in order to make this happen, and just to make sure that when I bought it, where's the guy? Oh no! Oh yeah. So I got the guy to give me a picture of what I took a picture of. You guys can't see it.
No.
But I got a picture of what the bottle looks like, and I got the UPC code, so I can go. He said Canadian Tire is the only place you can get it, so I got to go to Canadian Tire, and when I do, I'm gonna be doing some sketchy shit. Let me just tell you.
That's not good when Jeff says that.
No.
Anyways, what's the news? What are we talking about in the news?
Well, before we get there, let's talk about some Stadia community stuff. Right now, I talked about it earlier, but I want to bring it back up just for in case anybody missed it or whatever. The community championships. Shout out to StadiaDosage.com. Go check out that website. Week 1, they did Hitman Challenge. Week 2, they did a Centipede Challenge. It's now week 3. They're doing Create a Ninja Warrior. There's a $50 side prize that you can win just from this one challenge alone. There's still time to get in. Still time to get your name because it's an accumulative score. The grand prize is $500 and the runner-up gets $250. So go check that out.
Money.
The other community thing I want to bring up is, have y'all heard about the 1,000 Days of Stadia? No? So come August 15th, Stadia is going to be 1,000 days old.
True.
Hey.
Yeah, and you can check out
but it died 2 years ago. I don't understand.
Apparently
Yeah,
it died.
already.
Yeah, apparently it died 2 weeks ago, right? Like all these media. We'll get into that.
All right.
But 1,000 Days of Stadia. I'm going to go ahead and read a quote from the article over there on Stadia Dosage. Google Stadia is turning 1,000 days old on August 15th. That's 1,000 days of defying critics, of gaming on multiple screens, of feature rollouts and game additions, PurpleHaze to indies, of playing on the go, of connecting with friends and family, and of the community discovery. So there's going to be a Stadia talk, live stream, giveaways, play-alongs, mini Super Bomberman tournament, community chats, giveaways, more. And they said, we said giveaways, right? So they're going to be doing a 24-hour stream. If you're a content creator, be sure to go there and you can sign up for a time slot. And I went and signed up just before the show. So hopefully I get on there, get me a time slot, and I'll be a part of the 1,000 Stadia 1,000.
Good reminder. I keep meaning to do that. I've just been, as everybody knows, I'm moving sort of tomorrow, and I've been knee deep in that, and so I haven't had a chance to. I need to do that. Thanks for the reminder. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, for sure. So let's talk about Stadia died, I guess, last week, and it has been resurrected again. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this is so embarrassing. Like, your job as a journalist is supposed to be fact checking, and this started out. I didn't even give it the time of, I didn't even talk about it on the show last week. Now that it's blown over, we'll talk about it, but I wasn't going to add to it. I didn't realize it got as big as it got. Like, the last time I checked, it was just some idiot on Twitter just starting a rant that Stadia is dead.
It started on Facebook.
See, they doing it.
Oh, on Facebook.
It was a Facebook post by an idiot, and then somebody screen captured it. And then all the media outlets started picking it up because nobody has time for that. It's all about content.
No fact checking,
right?
Yeah.
Right. They need to get content out, right? So yeah.
Well, yeah, you just did that video ranting about what's his name, Ben
Schoon.
Ben Schoen.
Yeah, he went and blocked me. He went and blocked me now. So got me.
Well,
blocked.
I mean, I'm not trying to attack Ben Schoen, but like when you say ridiculous remarks like what he said, and then like now you see all these blogs and all these people that are supposed to be bringing you the news, like Stadia is dead, it's supposed to be closing down this summer and all this other shit, and then it's like, meanwhile Stadia is tweeting like, no, we're not closing down. They're telling you flat out we're not. But how long did it take them to retract that shit? They were letting the clickbait, you know what I mean? They were letting the clicks roll in.
Yeah, it's like the more,
man.
Yeah, it's like the more you hate on Stadia, the stronger it seems like the stronger it gets. I don't know what it seems. Does it seem like that to you? Doesn't that seem like that to you guys? That the more they hate on Stadia, the stronger it gets. You see that more games being in and out. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, it's games, expansions, features. You hear all kinds of stuff.
It's dead, but now they're getting that that one of the what's that name of the game? I can't think of it right now.
They're getting FIFA, which I hate, but that's another story. We talked about that earlier. They're going to Brazil. They're probably going to expand to other countries. So
yeah.
There's the pre-order for
Mexico first, right?
Skull and what's it? Skull
Mexico,
and
yep.
Mexico. Excuse me, Mexico.
Outbreak.
I said Brazil.
You said Brazil, yeah.
Never mind. I didn't say that. I never said that.
Right.
Never said that. Skull and Bones. Is that what it's called? Skull and Bones.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah. What it is?
Outbreak.
Like
Right. Outbreak's there too.
Yeah, Shades of Horror is coming. So it's not just Stadia news, right? We know that this is a problem in the world, in the entire world, with news, period. Doesn't matter what but with all this going on, do you feel like there's a place that you can go that's reliable for news about Stadia?
Me?
Cherry Man, do you have a place that you feel that's reliable that you go to for news?
Yeah, I mean,
When it
I
comes to
do.
Stadia anyway?
I do go to Google 95. I usually just go to Stadia blogs and all that. Stadia blogs. Sometimes Stadia source. Stadia source. I go there. And then sometimes I go to Google 9 to 5 at time. But Ben School is not the one that's talking about it. It'd be somebody else that's talking about it, and it'd be good.
Right. Yeah. How do you feel about that, Jeff? Do you feel like there's a reliable place?
Yeah, just go to the source. You want to know the truth, you go to the source.
Right on. How about you? Already, is there a place that you like to go
I'm
for
all
your
over
news?
Twitter, to be honest. Like everyone I follow is like pretty much positive on Stadia. So all the information I'm getting is like it's usually pretty balanced, I guess. But yeah, that's usually where I get my information from.
And I've talked about this before. You know, if you're going to use Twitter, you need to use it properly. You need to learn. You got to learn how it works. It's just a website. It's not hard to learn, but just use the tools that are in there. So I don't see things I don't want to see. I mute people. I don't unfollow. I mute people. I mute keywords. You know what I muted? I muted FIFA 23, EA. I didn't want to see any of that shit. So I use the tools that they give me to not have to deal with the stuff I don't want to hate, So people are like, I'm leaving Twitter because it's just that. It's like, well, then you're doing it wrong. Go away then. Yes.
You got to learn how to filter out the
Crazy,
headaches.
It's just a website. If you're too stupid to learn how to use it, then yes, get the fuck out, go away, and leave it to us who actually know how to use it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
For example, there you go. Simpleton mutes me all the time. I love it. Beautiful. Excellent. Thank you, Simpleton. Excellent. Just use use the tools.
Yeah, Stadia is not dead. That's about all the attention we're gonna really pay to that. But anyway, guys, let's talk about what's up. What were you gonna say?
I gotta find the quote. I tweeted it out. Do you know why it's not dead?
Oh,
and
why?
I got this from a very high level source. And I tweeted it out. A lot of people that were tweeting the article, I said, yeah, that's old news. You want this new news. I don't think I can find it. I take way too many stupid pictures, people. Anyways, there's a guy, he heard it from his psychic that within a few years, Google and all the bots will have taken over. And yeah, and the Google AI will have taken over, and there's going to be it's going to and he got it from a reliable source, his psychic. So that's how we know. So I have that screen grab, and everyone they said it's dead. I'm like, that was yesterday's news, dude. This guy heard it from a higher source, higher than Google itself, from his psychic. So there you go.
Yeah, we need to make a countdown for that.
So
That's
there
crazy.
you go.
So Stadia Pro, guys, we got some new games in since last episode.
I can make that happen, Anthony. I'll make that happen tonight.
We got Saints Row, the third. It's a remaster. We got Monster Jam, Still Titans 2, Calico, Shantae, Half Genie Hero, Ultimate Edition, Murder by Numbers, and Welcome to Elk. How do you guys feel about the overall release of the games? How do you rate that, like A, B, C, or D?
I'm giving it an A.
A.
Me?
You got variety. You got everything you need. I like all of those games, man.
Give it a
I
B.
I wish I had time.
Give it a B.
B
See,
minus.
I'm with Cherry, man. I gave this month's a B because the month before was good, was really good. It's just my taste in games, right? So the other reason I gave it a B is, it got bonus points to get this B, because I bought Saints Row the Third just a week or two ago, and I was about to buy Welcome to Elk, and they put both the games. They read my mind, so I was like, bonus points for that. But that's just me.
What is your
Anthony says?
What is your scale? what is your scale? Is it you gave it a B because you bought one and you almost bought another and then they went pro? Is it
No,
you don't
I
like
was gonna
the
give it a
game?
C.
Is it the game? Why? What is the
I think-
scale? Right? What?
So I was gonna give it a C overall,
Why?
just
What's
because
what's
the
scale?
games that I didn't purchase, they just didn't interest me. And that's just perspective. It just depends on who you are. You know what I mean? Like what type of gamer you are. So like overall, I got 2 games out of it that I might find myself liking the other games once I try them. I just haven't tried them yet. As a matter of fact, one that I can actually change my mind about is that the Monster Truck game, because when I played it, I didn't realize it was multiplayer until I jumped in with you guys, and the game ended up being better than I thought.
Yeah.
What games have y'all tried?
Well,
Have y'all dug into any of them? Yeah, have you dug into any of them?
Yeah, I tried. Okay, hold on, let me see. I'm trying to think of games because had so much going on this week. So
Well, while you
But-
think, while you think for a minute. I'll jump
Shanti,
in. Okay.
Shanti, Genie Hero's pretty good, and Saints Row the Third. But I ain't tried Calico. I didn't mess with that. And Murder by Numbers, I didn't really get to that yet.
Right.
But definitely going to play that.
Welcome to Elk.
Welcome to Elk. Not into it. Probably won't play it.
Monster
Outbreak
Jam?
Shades of Horror. Outbreak Shades of Horror is definitely one. I'm gonna try that out and see how that one is. Probably try it
Yeah.
out tonight.
Well, that wasn't a pro game for August. That was the trial.
Yeah.
Well, we can go ahead and talk about that too, Jeff, if you want.
No, we'll finish up this conversation first.
Okay. So, well, what were you gonna say, Jeff, about the pro games?
I gave it an A. There's 6 new games, and what did we have? 11 new games in July. They kept adding new games, even like the last day or the day, what it was, July 30th or something. They added in the 11th game of the month or something.
Yeah.
I only got a chance to play the Monster Jam because Ray was out and because the Pipers weren't well. I just thought I'm going to mix it up on a Monday. That turned out to be a mistake. I played that Not So Fast and Not So Furious game. That's a horrible game. Anyways, did not like that game at all. But I played it, so now I can say I played it and I didn't like it. And then I played Monster Jam, which I played the campaign, the individual by yourself campaign, which I liked. And I knew it was multiplayer, so I said, all right, I'll do that as the second half of my stream on Monday, which was awesome. Everybody jumped in, and it was kind of glitchy because it kept it didn't crash, but it never set us up remember, it wouldn't set us up. We'd wait and wait and wait, and then we'd just go back to the menu, and we'd have to reload and restart, right? So I don't know if that's a game issue. I don't know if that's a server issue. I don't know what it was, but I liked the game, and I've played it since, just in the campaign mode. Your own career, but I forget what it's called, your career mode or whatever. So I like that. I have not had a chance to play the other games, but I've seen everybody else. I still haven't played some of the April Pro games. I'm just behind. My backlog of shame is huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
No,
I'm
I
the
feel
same
you.
boat with Jeff, man. I really like the variety they got going here.
It's a great
Saints
variety.
Row,
I don't know
exactly,
how you
right?
could not,
That's the thing.
Somebody in the chat gave it an F, but not describing why. And now all they're doing is just throwing hate, which is, serving zero purpose. You tried to explain, they're not your types of games. And so from your perspective, you gave it a certain rating, right?
Yeah.
And that's fine. I don't like EA games, and I will always rate them as Z. But again, that's my perspective. Other people like wasting their money and playing the same repetitive game, like that soccer game. And that's fine. If you want to waste your money like that, it's your money. Go ahead, waste it.
Well, it's like that Murder by Number game. It's not necessarily and I'm not gonna say I don't enjoy these games, because I do a bit, but like that, there's actually a huge audience for those. It's just not us. I mean, in particular, the people present right now, right? So like, there's just, it depends on your perspective. It depends on the type
Yeah.
of gamer you are, you know.
I am not a shooter kind of guy. You guys all have seen me play. I cannot shoot worth crap. Shout out to CMG. You're good at those shooter games. You're really good. You know, the Squids of the world, the real certified hackers of the world, even the SPGs, the Rays. You got.
Yeah.
I'm just like this. I'm old. I just can't shoot. So I don't like those games personally.
Right.
But I appreciate them being on the service. I appreciate other people. I will watch CMG.
Sense.
How many times do I pop into your streams, CMG, and give you a shout out, say hi? I pop into your streams all the time. I may not like the game you're playing. I may not understand the game you're playing, but I enjoy watching if you're having fun playing it, I enjoy watching you play the game, and you're good at some of those games or all of those games, and that's awesome. I'm not, but I still appreciate them being in here. So, right?
Well, and there's also, like, I've noticed certain games just don't work on streams, or maybe it just depends on the personality of the streamer.
Well,
but, Welcome to Elk.
Golf. Golf is just not a good game to stream. It's not a good game in real life. It's not a good game ever. So if you guys, and I know, shout out to Ryzak and other people who would like playing it, and that's why it's not a good game to stream. You need you need something high active. You need something, you need something where you can interact with the game, interact with the chat, do all sorts of stuff. That's what's great about my Wreckfest streams, right? Because there's a lot of action. Everybody's smashing. Everybody's trash talking each other. And then
you got a whole panel of people that smack talk each other.
That's why I like my community streams. Shout out to Crow and Doc and Wilson who come on, and we play Crata, we play Super Animal Royale and other stuff.
Thanks for letting me play with you guys this last week. That was fun.
Everybody's welcome. It's a community stream. I want everybody to play. Shout out to
everybody needs to check out Jeff.
Winstar.
What's up?
I try to pop into everybody. I go to bed. Like, some of you guys are streaming like Squids. Oh my God, does the guy ever sleep? Like I'm going to bed and there's Squid streaming. I get up and there he is again. It's like, dude, I slept and all you did was game. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But find time somewhere, right?
Sometimes I can't. It's 11:30. I'll pop in like I did. I pop into Winstar to give him a like, give him a view, and I'm like, I got to go to bed. I got to work in the morning. I got to work. I can't stay up all night gaming, and I'm not like Wilson who just stays up around the clock.
Well, but yeah, some games just don't work for me. Like Welcome to Elk, like I was saying, like it just didn't work on stream. There's Rock did a stream of it. I enjoyed watching his stream because he does voices and all this other stuff. If you watch me stream it,
why didn't it work for you? I have not played it yet.
It's a lot of reading, and there's a lot of different characters, so I don't really do all that out loud.
All right,
but I do comment on what I'm reading, right?
That's the best part of those games, the making of the voices.
Well, I do it in my head, but I'm not doing it out loud or anything like that. So it's like, I think the audience gets bored, but for me, it's still a great game to play. Like,
I got it. Okay.
I don't hardly ever do like 4-hour streams, and I did 2 different 4-hour streams of Spirit Prayer one week. So it just, I don't know. Some games,
it's all preference really at the end.
Yeah. You never know who's into what, though. Is all I'm saying. Like,
everybody has their own taste. I'm not a shooter. I'm not a shooter guy, but shout out to all of you guys that are shooter people, men and women who and gender neutral shooters. Great. That's just not me. But I'll watch you play. I watch Ray and SPG and everybody play PUBG, and if you need somebody, you need a fourth person to come along and heal you, I'm that guy. But if you're looking for someone to lead you in the battle, I am not that guy.
I hear you. So shout out to How To Geek. I read an article over there just before the show. 5 reasons to choose Stadia over the other cloud gaming platforms. You guys can go check it out at How To Geek if you want. But overall, it was basically because it had, out of all the cloud platforms, it had the most console-like experience. What's one reason you guys might choose Stadia over the other platforms? We'll start with you, Chariot Man.
Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, the only way the reason why I choose Stadia over other platforms because it's easier. just the game without any hardware and everything. But it's a tough call when it comes to Switch, because Switch you also could game on the go. So that's my original console I could game. But with Stadia, the games are cheaper. Well, they're not cheaper, but they're easy to access the games. You just gotta on your phone or anywhere on your tablet. Well, I think that's the only reason why I choose it over consoles. You don't have to worry about holding a console with you. You could just your games go everywhere you go. That's why I choose Stadia over consoles.
How about you, Jeff?
Well, it's one of the ones that are available in my country. You guys talk about this other service that I never even heard of. I don't even understand it. I think it starts with an L. What's that called?
Lana?
Lana?
No.
Larry? No. Yeah, I don't know. And it's great when I see people on Twitter and they talk about that one being the greatest. And I went, oh, you must be one of the 350 million out of 7 billion that can actually play it. There's 7.5 billion people that can't play it. Lucky you.
The 2% of people, huh?
Yeah, lucky you. Yes, I know. Don't send me hate tweets that I can get a VPN and I can go home and pretend I'm in the U. Why would I want to pretend to? No offense to you guys. Why would I want to pretend to be I be in the US?
That's an extra step. That takes away from the convenience.
But
it's another layer of latency as well.
Why would I want to do that?
How about you already?
The pure experience for sure. I mean, shout out to Cowboy. Plays the smoothest, quickest way to get online. And I really enjoy the curation, man. Like being a pro, Stadia Pro member. I really like what they're doing with the options of games. I'm a big believer in making sure every game sort of gets their chance to shine. And then
because I catch your streams, especially you, man. You're like your approach to gaming reminds me of Squid's. You play all kinds of different games, so it's
yeah, man.
There's a lot of times when I hear the pro releases and I'm like, I bet Allreadyexist is gonna play those, so I'll just watch him play those and I'll play these.
I just wish I could at the moment, but yeah, like I was saying, these games that are out right now, I give this thing an A, man. You got Saints Row, Master Jam, Steel Titans, you got a little bit of everything in there, and I'm willing to jump into any of these games to see if they're any good. So yeah, that's the reason why I choose Stadia over the other ones. The other ones are just specifically GFN and the Xbox One, I forget what it's called, Game Pass. There's just way too much things on Game Pass, and I can't decide. I get that Netflix effect where it's I don't know what to play because there's way too many things, and GFN is just, I don't know. It's just, I've tried it before and it didn't really work out for me. I experienced way too much glitches and latency and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. When I got this laptop, I got free 6 months of GFN, and so I did play it because it was free. But that was before that 3080 tier nonsense. That was just old boring stuff. And I played some Fortnite and I played some other games, and it was fine. And I was on a certain military veteran stream, and he said, "Well, you hate GFN," and I said, "No, I don't not like hate. I don't not like it. It's just I can't. I just don't have budget for it. I'm not going to pay. I'm paying for one. I'm not going to pay for another. Some of you get it all for free. Beautiful. I would have to pay, and I just don't want to pay to play games that I got for free." It's not that I don't like it. If somebody gave it to me for free, I would probably play it.
Yeah.
But I pay and already exists, and I have to pay more for Stadia Pro in Canada than you do. We pay what, $15.99?
Yeah, it's about $15.
Yeah, $14.99, $15.99,
something around there. I don't know.
Yeah, we have to pay more than you guys. So, and so when someone says it's only X amount of dollars in the US, it's even more in Canada. So,
well, guys,
when that other service, when they talked about that other one that doesn't come, it would be more money if it ever comes to Canada. So, and then you got to buy the retro, and then you got to buy the family. So now I'm going to spend $40 on that one. I don't have the budget.
I should also mention I have a gaming PC, so playing on GFN doesn't make sense for me. So.
Right.
GFN, I don't understand. GFN, I can't do GFN. GFN, I mean, you gotta pay. The most you're gonna play is 6 hours. When you get the 3080 tier, you got to pay like $200 out of a year every freaking year, and then you still got to wait on the line to play the damn game. I
Ooh.
can't do it on
I did not know that.
No, if you pay higher amounts, then you don't have to wait.
Yeah.
I don't know.
don't think you have to
That's
wait.
way too much.
I've seen other people play and they jump
Yeah, it's
right
pretty
in.
expensive.
But
Yeah, for people coming from a console background, it's kind of like beyond us. It's more for people coming from a PC experience. For them, it makes sense. And they,
you got to pay for the game, then you got to pay for the $200 on top of that. With Stadia,
Correct.
you don't have to do all that. Or Luna,
Exactly.
you don't have to do all that.
Exactly.
I think even X Cloud has a better deal than that. Even at least they still remove games. Stadia, none of the games have been removed.
Oh, there you go. Now you guys can see my lovely, beautiful, pretty face.
But
So guys,
xCloud-
let's talk real quick about. We'll come back to the new games in Stadia, but let's talk real quick about Destiny 2.
Okay.
I'm not really the Destiny 2 expert or anything, but
You got the Ron Canadians on the show for that.
well, Monday morning we had Doragon on the show, and he was pointing out a streamer named Fallout, and Fallout has like 500,000 subscribers or something like that, and he mostly streams Destiny 2 and things like that. I don't know if it has to do with the team or something, but he pointed out that he plays on Stadia because of it reduces the ability for people to cheat.
Yeah. Point.
So I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't have a lot of information to back that up, but he brought that up, and it got me curious about some stuff going on in Destiny 2. I read an article this week on PCGamer.com, and it was about so I guess there's like this thing going on in Destiny where this guy shows up, and he shows up in different places of the map at different times of the week. And I guess he has items for you that you can only get from him, but you have to know where he is, right? To go and find him. So this guy set up a bot that uses Stadia and posts okay, so I'll just read this quote and see if you can make sense of what I'm trying to say here. All right. So these days, he maintains 11 Stadia accounts, all running off of a single desktop containing an i7 processor with 32 gigabytes of RAM and no graphics card. He says, we use a macro that sends Stadia some inputs, then moves on to the next window until all have been sent inputs in a given cycle. Then the macro simply goes back to the first window and begins the process over again. So I suspect anything involving running macros, it runs foul of Bungie's terms of service, but given that checkpoint sharing is such an ubiquitous and accepted part of the community, it feels like something the studio can continue turning a blind eye to. So basically this guy has 11 accounts, and what he does is he posts on Discord where you can invite yourself to his game and be able to meet up with the guy that has the cells, if that makes sense. You can get it's crazy. He's able to run 11 different accounts at one time on one computer through Stadia.
Yeah, and you know, in the Call of Duty world, in Warzone, you know, it's riddled with cheaters, it's riddled with bots, it's riddled with all sorts of stuff, and people been calling on them to fix it and do this, and they just the studios don't care. There was a huge Warzone competition that they had to stop and reset because some guy was and he basically got banned. He was a professional Warzone guy who was making a living from it. He was using some cheats in a tournament that was being streamed, and everybody saw it. So they had to stop. They had to stop the tournament and, you know, reset the entire thing and kick this guy out. It was a whole clusterfuck. And yeah, the game, you know, those PC games are riddled with it, right?
Yeah, and the cloud definitely solves a lot of those problems. But I mean, people cheat. People will figure it out eventually.
So that's why a lot of people say, "Well, bring Warzone to Stadia." Then that can't happen. Bring all these games to Stadia because you can't cheat.
Well, let's get back to games coming to Stadia. Let's talk about games that they are bringing to Stadia. From space, the developer Triangle Studios, published by Curve Games. It's coming in autumn of 2022. I don't even know how to pronounce this. The Dungeon of Nihilabid, the Amulet of Chaos.
Easy for
I'm
you
not
to
even
say.
gonna try.
Easy
Yeah,
for
it
you to
just
say.
says coming soon. But that looks like a dope game. It's kind of like a D&D based game. Shout out to SPG over there playing Baldur's Gate. An Outbreak, Contagious Memories. Release date coming soon. You had something to say about this earlier, Jeff. What do you guys think about the quick to play trial?
Oh man, I love it.
What do you think about Dead Drop Studio use of it?
I love it. It's just gonna give more people a chance to show what Stadia can do.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool that an indie developer is able to get a trial out there using Stadia the way he did.
Yeah, I wonder if other developers are going to take advantage of that, because that seems like a really good way, especially for indie developers, to get their title out there, right? So a lot of times these guys are like pushing their titles in like super like filled storefronts, like Steam, for example, and their stuff never gets seen because there's way too many things in there. Doing it this way is perfect. So you can just go to their website, click that button, they post it on Twitter, click that link, and it takes you straight to Stadia where you can try out the game. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah,
for sure. What do you guys think about the game though? Outbreak.
I haven't played it yet.
I'm gonna play it tonight. Probably stream it tonight.
Yeah,
I played it. It's not my type of game. Chariot, remember 6661 and 2263. Remember those two numbers.
Coming at me. I don't know what it is. He always coming at me. I don't know.
No, just remember. Write those down.
Yeah.
In that order.
Trust him. He's doing you a favor. I've seen people play this. They're like, what am I supposed to do next?
Trust me. Remember that.
Yeah, he's giving you good pointers.
And 2263. Remember that. Write those down. I don't want to be in your stream later and you're going, what's the code? Anybody know the code? I don't know the code. And you start raging and doing 6661-2263.
661263. Okay.
6661-2263. Write it down. I don't see you writing. When you're in the stream, and if I'm in your stream, and I'll be screaming at you if you don't.
What was the other one? 2231.
6661 and 2263. That's all I'm gonna. Those are the two hints. That's gonna help you.
6661 2263.
2263.
All right, got it. Appreciate
that. And remember, 2263 is in the police car in the middle.
Oh, but don't spoil the game. I ain't played the game yet.
I'm not. I'm just telling you because you only. Yeah. Well, actually, it doesn't really matter anymore. Before, I was helping Rock on his stream. I was helping Rock on his stream because he only had an hour. But now it's in demo mode, so you actually have longer. So it really doesn't matter. But Clive.
Oh yeah, before it was a crunch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Clive was yelling at me. He goes, "Stop telling him. We had to figure it out." But he only had an hour at that point, right? So I was trying to help him so he didn't just wander for 20 minutes trying to figure out the code. When I could that way he could move on and be more entertaining, right?
Yeah. So this game is, I guess, the way they put it, it's a love letter to Resident Evil Outbreak.
Oh yeah.
Which I mean, that's just a fancy way of saying it's a fan game. But my personal feelings on it, if you liked, what was the name of that? Those Who Remain? Wasn't that the name of the game that came out on Pro?
Yeah. I played a little bit of that. It's pretty.
It's like Those Who Remain. It's got actually has a little bit more pace to it, maybe. Story wise, slow. But as far as stuff to do as you move along, there's more.
I'm just not a scary movie, scary game, Resident Evil guy. So I was more than happy, there are some sound effects that kind of freaked me out. I was just like, all right, I was happy with my hour that I played it and streamed it. I couldn't do much more, but that's just me, graphics wise, it was great. I don't know about the music. I turned it off because I was on stream, and I always turn music off when I'm on stream, just out of habit.
Yeah.
And it played nice. It looked nice. It was just not my type of game.
Right. Yeah. Well, we also know Talking Dogs is coming. What else do we know?
They just announced like Talking Dogs 3 like a week ago.
Yeah, I'm confused by all that. I was watching the interview earlier that Four Scars and Ninja Guy did with what's his name?
Carson Kelly.
Carson. Yeah. So they were explaining that these are all projects that he's been working on for a long time. That it wasn't like he's overextended working on all of them right now. These are projects that have already been completed or have been close to completion. Like everything's on a different timeline, and that's why they're being announced the way they're being announced. So I don't know. I'm not a professional game developer, or I don't understand the guy's schedule. I don't know how that happened, but I do know that game's coming.
I don't understand.
I'm so confused about what game is actually coming out.
Yeah, yeah. I'm also not a dog guy, so I probably wouldn't play it anyways.
That's right. Jeff's a cat guy.
I am a cat guy, although I haven't played Stray yet. But again, that's
what about Calico?
I have not played that yet either. I've also been very lucky. A lot of indie developers have been sending me codes to play their games on stream. As you've seen, I've done a bunch of other streams. So, Squish. I did Slay the Princess. Last night I did Coffee Shop Tycoon. I did that. So I did the Giant Bear Rampage. I had a free code to give, and I gave that to Crow to play.
Oh, nice.
Loved it. So a bunch of indie developers have been giving me free codes to play, and some of them have given me codes to give away. So I know how hard they work on a game, and I couldn't imagine some of them are just struggling to get one game out, let alone 2 or 3 or 4. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Why
make a 2 and a 3? Just keep it going. Just keep it going. Why make a second and just have a season 2, have a season 3. I know why you want to do it, because you want me to buy multiple versions of the game. I understand, but
yeah.
Oh no, it could be storylines.
Could be.
I don't know. But other games we know that are coming are Skull and Bones and Saints Row. Those are some AAAs that are coming.
Yeah.
And Saints Row should be out this month.
Not my type of game, so I won't play.
August 23rd.
I need to go back to one. I've never played the series.
Start at 3.
Weird. Start at 3. 1's not good. 2's not good. Damn.
They're good, but you could start at 3 if you wanted to find an entry point.
I mean, it's one of the pro games, so might as well. But I wonder
that's why it's great that it came. It's a good starting
point.
Very
first game to what's now. It feels weird starting in the middle. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
That's kind of what Saints Row's thing is, though. At the beginning of the game, they throw you in a crazy situation where you're already in the middle of something.
Cool.
I don't know. But anyway, some news that I picked up on just before the show. Slaycation. Have you heard about this, guys?
Slaycation? Never heard of that.
So, the guys over at Stadia Source, they have a source, some guy, I don't know who it is, but through one of their sources, they were able to find a trailer for Slaycation for Stadia. I think it's an unlisted video, but it's on Stadia's channel.
No.
What?
It's not on Stadia's channel. It's on a channel called Stadia Media.
Oh, that's interesting.
That has 100 subscribers. It's not there. Is there a check mark? Is it the official Stadia channel?
Oh, would it be
Yeah.
weird if somebody was out there just making fake Stadia trailers?
So I can go to my channel and I could just rename it from my name to, Stadia 2. And everyone, it means nothing. It's not an official. Is there a check mark? Call it up on the screen. Is it?
Oh, no. I don't know where their source comes from. I just know that this is a rumor.
I saw a tweet. I clicked on the channel. Ninja Guy was posting it going, oh, look at Stadia secret trailer. It's not. It's some channel called Stadia Media. So just because somebody put Stadia in there and it's got 100 subscribers, there is no check mark. So you know it's not that verified.
Well, even if it's not true, just interesting. Yeah. Like, what if it's a troll? Interesting. Like, why are they sinking to this level now?
It's like the worst troll ever. It's like, look at these cool things on my computer.
Oh, you remember the guy that
how long did it take to do that?
Remember that guy that posted that said he was playing whatever game it was on Stadia? And I said, no, he's not. He hacked the HTML. And even Brian's going, I interviewed him. It's 100% true. And then he's like, yeah, okay, I faked it. Yeah, it's a lie.
Oh, nice.
Remember that clown? You remember that clown?
Oh, I wasn't here for that.
You don't remember that clown?
Nah, I didn't. I came in too late for that one, Jeff.
Do you remember that clown, Chariot?
Who's that guy again?
Remember there was a guy, he posted a screen grab of his Stadia and it said he was playing. Oh, Anthony, you interviewed the clown, didn't you, Anthony? Anthony interviewed the clown because Anthony interviews all clowns.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and he even he put up a print screen and I said no, it's fake. He just hacked a Star Wars game. There you go. Thank you, Purple.
Well, him and Anthony was going at it.
Well, I think Anthony brought him on one of his shows because Anthony, that's what he does. And I think even Brian, Brian even interviewed him and said, no, I interviewed him. It's all real. And then like a day later, he goes, yeah, no, I faked it all. I just changed the HTML. And I said, you just go change the HTML. And so we were all doing it. We're all changing the HTML on because you just opened up your computer. You go in, you edit the HTML, and I can say I'm playing any game. So
yeah, pretty much.
So there was that clown. Oh yeah, the Mandalorian game. Thank you, Crow. Gotta love Crow. Gotta love.
Where was I?
So yeah.
Shout out to Crow.
So it was roughly a year ago. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So yeah, so yeah. You know what? It's not Stadia. Don't say it's Stadia. It's not. It's somebody created a channel called Stadia Media. It has 100 followers. There's no check mark. It is not real. It's whatever. Go look it up. Do you want me to show it to you?
Oh no! I believe you. Yeah. I believe you. I think everybody should keep an eye out for that.
Oh, Anthony says he did interview him. I thought you did. I thought you interviewed him, Anthony. Are you sure? All right. I guess Anthony would remember if you interviewed him.
Let's see. So guys,
I stand corrected. Oh, Stadia Dosage did. I know Bryant did too. All right, I stand corrected.
Oh, Stadia Dosage did.
Anthony did not. I know Bryant did. Bryant was defending him. And I kept saying it's fake, and everyone kept calling me a troll. Turns out I was, as always, I'm right. So, yeah. So it's not. So don't say it. It's a Stadia. It's an official Stadia channel because it's not.
Probably ain't.
It's not.
I've never even heard of this game, so.
No, it's.
Is it an actual game though? Is it like something that's real?
I didn't even look at it. I just clicked on the link and went, that's just a fake channel. I don't have time for this nonsense. It's not real. It's not real. It's no secret thing. It's no hidden thing. Stop trying to be the first. Oh, I reached out to him, but he couldn't come on my show. Okay, there you go. Anyway,
hey, shout out to Simpleton. Thank you, sir. Demon's Forge was the skinny man game that I was talking about earlier.
Oh, there you go, Demon. There you go, Demon Forge.
Okay.
Dude, I'm old and I've forgotten more than most people will know. So
I am making a note.
Well, guys, before we get out of here, I just want to tell everybody you can check out tomorrow morning Cloudy Game Reviews on Stadia Dosage YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It'll be on 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and the game that we're reviewing this week is Spiritfarer. So, we got an all-star cast. We got Jeff, me, SPG, PurpleHaze, Main Games, Ray, the gaming cyborg.
However, Ray and I probably will not. I will not be on the show, and I doubt with Ray with his COVID will be on the show.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We got COVID.
Yeah, he posted a picture today. He got the COVID. Him and his wife. It's their anniversary weekend, and
that's right.
I don't know if his wife got. I don't know if Nicole got it or not.
I didn't know he got it.
Yeah,
he just got it.
He posted a picture today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had to cut that vacation short, I bet. But man, what a bummer. Hope you get well soon, bro.
I think they were back from their vacation, and I think they were going to do something for the weekend.
And that's how you found out.
And then I guess I don't know why he tested. I don't know why he did, but
yeah. Well, either way, best wishes to him. Hope he feels better soon. And, hope to see you streaming when you do feel.
I think they're all fully vaxxed and everything, so it should be fairly mild.
Good.
But still a pain in the ass.
Yeah, for sure. But, so yeah, man. What do you got going on your channel this week coming up, Jeff?
Monday, we are back to Wreckfest. I did take a break from Wreckfest last Monday, and like I said, I played Not So Fast and Not So Furious and Monster Jam, but that just turned out to be a disaster. So back to Wreckfest. So everybody come. My blue bus is going to be primed and ready for you. And I have a new series coming out based on this.
Oh, more teasers.
Was that
Allreadyexist has to know what that is.
Like, no, I have no clue. It looked like
a
genie lamp for a second. I don't know what that was.
Is that one of those shrinky dinks that you like put in the oven?
No, it's a sticker.
I'm just messing with you.
It's really 14 million YouTube followers, and none of you know what this is? I'm actually disappointed in Allreadyexist because he should know this.
Oh, man. Gotta hand in my Canadian card.
From Kitchener. Dude, Kitchener. That's all I have to say. Kitchener.
Oh, man. Nothing comes to mind when I think
How
of
many
Kitchener.
YouTubers in Kitchener do you know that have 14 million followers?
I didn't even know there were YouTubers in Kitchener.
Oh, man.
I'm the worst.
No, David Wilson's in the chat. He would know exactly. 12.8 million subscribers he has. I think he is the largest. I guess, is he the largest? I don't know. Maybe Linus has more. One of the largest tech YouTubers in, I don't know if you can call him tech. I'm going to call him tech, but.
Well, Jeff, we're going to have to get you back on the show and Crow Resin with you. You two together would be awesome.
Crow doesn't do shows.
Yeah, we talked about it though. He said if you would do it with him, I might be able to get him on here.
All right.
So
He does co-host and come on my Crata streams on Wednesday nights and plays with me on those.
Awesome co-host too.
And he loves.
Uh-oh, did we lose Jeff?
Yeah.
The Gremlins are back. Oh,
there
it goes. There we go.
Yeah, so Crow comes in. He's the unofficial co-host with me on Wednesdays. You guys, we do Crata, we do SAR, Super Animal Royale, we do a bunch of other fun stuff. So, and then I
was glad you had your bus on the you found the bus on the monster truck game.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and I'm looking forward. What time are you going live tonight with your thing, CMG?
Probably right after this. I'll go get me something to eat first. Probably right after this. I'm gonna probably go live.
All right.
Awesome. So what do you got going on in your channel this week, Chariot Man?
I don't know. It's a lot of stuff. It's because I got my that job, so I'm thinking about that. That's on my mind right now. But I'm gonna have probably tonight. I'll probably be streaming the Outbreak. I'll probably be streaming that.
That's the new job. That's the new job you've tweeted about and posted about, right?
Yeah, I haven't really said what it was, but
No, you didn't say what it was, but I think you posted a YouTube comment saying that you had this new thing. I think.
Yeah, in the community tab, I did that. Talked about that. Yeah,
best of luck with that, bro.
I got past that, and I was able to get flight. They flew us out there, so it was just I just got back here this morning, so back to New York, so
Nice.
But I'm gonna have some things coming up, and I will let y'all know. Y'all gotta know I'm gonna have some stuff coming up for to Chariot Man. I just want people to say, hey, subscribe, hit that like button, subscribe. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
smash that like.
Stay tuned. That's it.
Smash it.
You know?
Break your computer.
I got stuff
smash
coming.
the like button.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Any new rants? I love your rants. Any new rants coming up? Anything to rant about?
See, I like to mix it up. It has to be something good if I'm a rant about it. It's not something
Okay.
if I rant, I just can't go and rant something. You know, it has to be something. Then I
It's
rant,
got to
but
be real. Yeah.
yeah, I still,
Alright, so-
you know, unlike that Nerf report popping up in my channel like that, you know. He came on my channel before, but it wasn't like that. But that was, he knows I make, I got my car. I ain't bragging, but it's, I don't know.
Nah, I get it. You got to defend your friends or whatever, but
Yeah.
that was just something else.
Yeah.
But anyway, I understand you're busy, man, and we're gonna see you when we can see you this week, and you'll let us know more as we go along, huh?
Appreciate
So,
that already exists.
So yeah, already, what you got going on your channel this week?
Oh, I don't know yet. I'm actually
Still working on it, huh?
Some people know I'm working through. LoFi knows. I've shown them some pictures. I'm working through some of these overlays, and I'm gonna hopefully showcase next week.
Nice.
If I do start next week, Stadia Rush next Friday, right after this specific podcast. So fingers crossed that all works out, and I'm up and running again.
Ah, well, your new microphone sounds awesome, bro.
Ooh,
So
you know it.
What you get?
Yeah.
What's your new microphone?
yeah, what you get?
Nice.
I went in.
Oh.
Nice. That's nice.
That's right.
Nice.
Nice size.
I blame I blame Rudigs. He got mad at me for not having a good mic. No, he didn't. He didn't get mad. But he did remind me. Jeff will know this about Long and Quaid. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a place in Toronto.
Yeah, man.
So
Shout
I
out
went
to
over
Rudix
there.
and Nads.
For sure.
Chat Stadia over there. You guys check out our show from last week. We did a show with those guys. Check out their channel too. Check out everybody's channel. We got links in the description. I'm gonna add Chariot Man after the show. What's up, Jeff?
I was just at Long and McQuaid a couple of weeks ago.
Were you? Yeah.
I was. For the new man cave, I wanted to get a new way to display my guitars, so I was down checking out
Ooh,
the guitar stand and
place
that.
for that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I know Rudigs has to go into Long and McQuaid. He said his mic was out. Bummer.
Got you guys. Well, I think that's it for tonight's show. We will be here. I'll be here on Cloudy Gaming Reviews tomorrow at 9 a.m. And then I'll be doing Cloudy Thoughts morning show Monday morning. So be on the lookout for all that. And hopefully I'll get some game streaming in with Shorty over the weekend. And anybody else got anything they want to add?
No.
Have a good weekend.
Check out everybody's channels and check the description for links to everybody. And in my playthrough videos on my games, you'll see that I have a poll going on. You can pick what your favorite Stadia Pro game is for this month. Anyway, guys, appreciate you guys coming on the show. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. So
thanks for having me. I know I've wanted to come on here for a while, but with the move and everything, it's just been, and it just happened that I wasn't doing my own show tonight, so I thought I'll just jump in here.
It was so awesome. I thank you so much, man.
Do that, so. And I still owe Purple. I will get on Purple's show at some point. It's just not been. There's just too much going on. I just don't have the time.
Yeah, I feel that. Shout out to PurpleHaze. Go check out Purple's Shades of Purple show, and you guys hang out if you want, and after the theme music, we'll hang out backstage. So, until then, peace, everybody. We'll see you later. Have a good one.
Yeah. Peace.
Bye.
Peace.
I just changed my background. Those are always fun.
You're still live.